For the first time in as long as any of us can remember, we are finally able to shed some light on the history of our planet and conceivably our origins as a people. What we have found here is nothing short of miraculous. An ancient starship lost to the desert for 1,000 years. The structural damage it sustained, the compression patterns, the debris footprint, all of it is consistent with atmospheric penetration followed by ground impact. But why did it crash here? What happened? Many questions remain unanswered. We know that the satellite data we collected identified hundreds of similar sites scattered throughout the Great Banded Desert. Each one of these could be a wreck just like the Kalash. It is safe to assume the Galcian have been exploiting these resources for years. Now it's our turn. Composed of exotic materials and compounds not native to our planet, each represents a potential treasure trove of untapped resources and alien technology we can leverage in our fight against the Galcian, and which may well hold the key to our survival on Kharak.
All crews, prepare to shipbreak.
Intel, detailed scans have identified one section of the Kalash with energy readings far exceeding normal parameters. I'll begin salvaging there first. Once I've confirmed my shipbreaking plan works, we'll move out into the valley below and expand operations.
Copy that, Rachel. Deploying security teams to defend the inner perimeter.
Approaching the wreck now.
Copy that, Rachel. Proceed with shipbreaking operations.
We will need to use several demolition charges. I'll need to place the charges on the wreck and detonate them once I'm clear of the blast zone.
Understood.
Charges placed and enabled.
All right. Pull back to a safe distance and initiate detonation.
The charges can be detonated individually or as a group. There it goes.
Nice work. So,
we need to collect that artifact and return it back to the Kapisi to research it.
Proceed to site.
Reading you.
Cruiser reading. We're cleared to move. Let
Artifact
go.
recovered. Authentication confirmed.
Reading you, Command. Moving out.
Runner copy.
the artifact we recovered has been installed successfully. The Kapisi is already registering a massive increase in available power.
Kapisi power levels are surging. Nice find, Rachel. Just.
Attention fleet. The artifact manifest is now available to review the latest science analysis and data. We must push out into the valley and salvage the remaining wreck sites before we run out of time.
Understood.
Exhausted. Awaiting orders. CU field expended. Just when we were getting comfortable.
Be aware. Scattered Galcian contacts detected near wreck locations in the valley. Ensure salvage teams are well defended.
Understood. Salvage teams form up and await orders. Depleted. I've updated the salvagers with the demolition charge schematic. They'll require CUs to produce new charges.
Station set. Move us out.
Understood.
RU site
Cruiser ready.
exhausted.
Screens for primary.
Roger.
Disassembly section confirmed.
Rachel here. Board's green. Reposition. Intel, be advised. Hacking Galcian units is now available. By accessing their shared network, I can commandeer their vehicles.
If you can get them aboard the Kapisi, our engineers can reconfigure their control systems. Once that's done, we can allocate them to our fleet.
They're online. Sounds like a plan.
Attempt to commandeer one of their units to confirm the system is operational.
Go for carrier.
Be advised, an RU site has been exhausted of
Ready for
resources.
Proceed to new coordinates.
CUs
Go for
exhausted.
Kapisi.
Salvager ready. On our way.
Carrier copies. New course charted. Carrier moving. Seal hatches. PC reading.
Armor confirms. Armor moving out.
Reading you, Command. We're cleared to move. Just when we were getting comfortable. Salvager online.
Carrier copies.
Carrier repair systems are unavailable. Weapon systems online. Be advised, carrier repair systems online.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
Ready.
Weapon range systems currently
Coordinates
active.
set.
Ready. Send.
We read you. Move out.
PC copies.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Red alert. Command carrier taking fire.
Level steady. Maintain power run.
Hostile range craft destroyed. Alert. Carrier is taking
One of our salvage teams is approaching a wreck in the valley. Updates to follow.
down.
Cruiser ready. Copy. We're on the way.
Hostiles designated. Trackers assigned.
Ready. Move out and be ready. Reading you. Reading you, Command.
Intel, we found an artifact at this location. Looks promising. Great work. Continue salvaging.
Advance to mark CUs. Ready for command. Grid updated.
Standing by. That didn't take long. Galcian forces are responding to our salvage operations.
Galcian strike group confirmed on sensors. Redirect defensive forces to our salvage crew's position.
Carrier Galcian air units are probing our position.
Make ready.
Anti-air turrets now available for construction.
Unidentified.
Anti-air turret templates loaded into the base runners. The main assault force will arrive soon.
Spotted. Prep to load. Artifact spotted. Get on it.
Send orders.
Artifact recovered.
RUs
Authentication
identified.
confirmed.
Advance and evaluate. Systems ready. Proceed to RU site.
Carrier here.
Runner copies. We're cleared to move.
Go for Capisi.
Reading you. Set up scanner for area sweep. Science officer responding.
Base runner online. Time's a-wasting. Location marked. Deploy scanner. Defend that area with a turret.
Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending. Attention.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Enemy railgun eliminated.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack course set.
Runner, copy that. Coordinates confirmed.
Send message. Armor, go ahead. Deploy smokescreen. Acknowledged.
Ready. Send.
Reading.
Armor vehicle taking effective fire.
Give me a smoke screen and be ready.
AA turret taking fire.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Strike craft destroyed. Engines on.
CU site exhausted.
Move.
Enemy railgun firing on friendlies.
Op ready. Fire smoke on marked position.
Sent message. We're moving.
New heading set.
Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation.
Science officer en route.
Hostile interceptor down.
On our way.
Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Enemy contacts on the board.
Vector dialed in.
Attack tracking armored craft on approach.
Salvager ready. Reading. Armor ready. Deploy smoke.
We've got a salvager under fire.
Ready for orders. Mobilize. Watch the hole. Watch the rupture. I see it.
Copy. Moving. Alert. Salvager lost.
Proximity craft. Is anyone reading?
Armored vehicle is taking fire.
Acknowledged.
This is the captain. Anti-air turret under fire.
Strike fighter coordinates have been outfitted with anti-air defense systems.
Reading for order. All out. We read you.
Hostile strike craft down. Attention. Alert. Rachel is under fire.
Strike fighter approach vector.
Hostile railguns have opened up. Strike systems online. Ready to burn. PC copy.
Get him off it.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
Go for order.
Alert. Anti-air turret post destroyed.
It's solid. Zeroing in on target.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe.
Identified RU site on scanner. Conducting sweep. Salvager ready.
Enemy armor disabled.
Strike fighter.
Hostile craft in AO. Maneuver for visual confirmation. Engines hot.
Operations update. RUs in the region have been drained. CU field depleted.
Cruiser ready. Set new heading.
Alert.
Research
Carrier
completed.
taking fire. This is the captain.
CU field expended.
Enemy airstrike inbound.
Railgun enhancements online.
Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position.
CU deposit
Cruiser
depleted.
ready. Go for carrier.
CU site exhausted.
Armor online. We're up and running.
Awaiting orders. We're cleared to move.
Green light to proceed. Move. Locked down for mobilization.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected. We've got hostile on
Report
sensors.
ready.
Confirm visual.
Move with armor. Go. Rachel moving out.
Salvager copies. Move out.
Ready. Send.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set.
Reporting. New coordinates verified.
Armor vehicle taking effective fire.
Copy. Target set. Punch it!
Enemy railgun eliminated.
Go! Go!
Attention.
Acknowledged. Move out.
We're ready for orders. Copy. Moving.
Make ready. Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated.
fighter approaching.
Enemy railgun firing on friendly. Green line confirmed. Engine off.
Deploy smoke at designated targets.
Runner.
With that. Go.
Copy.
It's amazing. This technology survived all these years exposed to the open desert. I wish I had a fully equipped lab to study this material in more detail.
Copy.
Go for orders.
Sensors post is under fire. Hostile interceptor
Fighter approaching.
destroyed.
You're dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the fight.
Reading.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
Target with smoke.
Armored vehicle is taking fire.
Reading. Get us moving. Get us
Fire on that railgun.
Order confirmed.
I've got the target lock. Updating tracker.
Full power. Move.
Online. Confirm move.
Armored vehicle has been destroyed. Salvager has been engaged.
Ready.
Alert. Support craft has been engaged.
Reposition.
Salvager ready. Mobilize.
Nursing fire.
Alert. Sensor post lost.
Receiving. Reposition. Go, go, go.
PC copy.
Strike fighter coordinates
Alert.
dialed in.
Salvager destroyed. Attack vector dialed in. We're in the fight. We're ready for orders. On the move.
Ready. Get out of here.
Strike craft destroyed. Make ready. Enemy armor on approach. Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Ready. Send. Hostile railguns have opened up. Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Attention.
Reading.
Hostile armor
Point
eliminated. This is the captain. Alert. Salvager lost.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn.
Receiving. Go, go.
We've got a salvager under fire.
Reading you.
Enemy railgun eliminated. Alert. Red alert. Command carrier taking fire.
Intel, we found an artifact at this location. Looks promising.
It's acquired.
Great work. Continue salvaging.
Identified contact. Designate as hostile. Enemy light attack vehicle.
Deploying at next direct site. Expecting Gaussian reinforcements.
Recovered. Authentication confirmed.
Hostile interceptor down. Listen up.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Carrier alert. All strike systems online. Ready to burn.
Salvager online.
Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Enemy railgun firing on friendly. Armored vehicle is taking fire.
Ready. Reposition.
Reading.
Strike Salvager online.
Green line confirmed. Engine hot. We got something on the horizon. Waiting for eyes on to authenticate.
Cost screens for counter. Moving to section.
Make ready. Hostile range craft
Strike
destroyed.
fighter approach vector dialed in.
Rachel is taking fire. Spawn. Hostile strike craft down. We're ready for orders. Alert. Support taking hostile fire.
Send message. Salvage teams. Sensor activity is increasing. Expect the main Gaussian force to arrive soon. We're going as fast as we can here.
Strike fighter
Understood. Keep your eyes open and be ready to pull back to the Capisi.
online.
Alert. The Capisi is in contact.
Go ahead. Reading.
Salvager online.
Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Strike craft destroyed.
Salvager ready. Identified RU site on scanner. Conducting sweep. Salvager copies. Displace to that CU field.
Reading.
Strike
Hostile light attack vehicle detected. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Hostile armor incoming. Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation.
Go ahead. New heading set.
Alert. Support trap has been engaged.
Ready.
Alert. Rachel is under fire.
contact. Get a turret up.
Hostile strike craft down. Salvager has been engaged. One of our turrets is taking fire. Enemy armor disabled. Armored vehicle is taking fire. Ready, send.
Strike fighter ready for service. Strike fighter online.
Runner, go ahead. Target set. Scanner out. Ready.
Enemy armor on approach. We've detected something. Can you confirm
Strike fighter
visual?
coordinates dialed in.
Attack course set. Strike craft destroyed. Hostile armor eliminated.
RU deposit depleted. Standing by.
Be advised. Tracking hostile. Alert. The carrier is taking fire. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Crew ready. All stations report. Support crews are under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Alert. Support taking hostile fire.
Strike fighter ready for service. Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Armor vehicle taking effective fire. We've got a salvager under fire. Reporting.
Copy.
Sensing post taking fire.
Go for orders.
Hostile strike craft down. A turret is under fire. PC copy. Salvager ready. Reading. Attention.
CU deposit depleted.
Make ready. Enemy armor disabled.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot.
CU field depleted.
Hostile armor incoming.
CU field expended.
Ready for command. Ready. Punch it.
Reading.
CU's exhausted.
Salvager copies. On the move. Reporting.
Reporting. We're moving. Copy that.
Armored vehicle is taking fire.
Fire support.
Sensors post is under fire. Alert. Support craft has been engaged.
Control group 9 designated.
Support crews are under attack.
Go,
Immediate fire support on that position.
Play.
One of our turrets is taking
Salvager
fire.
copies.
Mobilizing.
Ready.
Strike
Head
craft
set.
destroyed. Alert. The Kapisi is in contact. Alert. The turret post just went down.
Coordinates dialed in.
Attack course set. Make ready. Enemy railgun eliminated. This is the captain. Enemy light attack vehicle march on approach.
approach.
Hostiles
Dialed in.
designated. Trackers assigned. Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe. Op ready. The sensors post is taking fire. Ready, set. Alert, sensor post destroyed. Hostile armor eliminated.
Runner copies. Okay, time to roll.
Enemy airstrike inbound. Rachel is taking fire. Respond.
Operators, please monitor overheads and update with local contact.
Some intake blockages were causing a pressure increase, but we've got it under control.
Unidentified hostile incoming. Authenticate.
What do you need? We got an assignment.
Reading you, Command. Moving out.
Hostile light
Report
attack
received.
vehicle visually
New
authenticated.
coordinates verified.
We've detected something. Can you confirm visual? This is the captain. Reading.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack course set.
Ready.
Support crews are under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Hostile range craft destroyed. Hostile railguns have opened up. PC reading. PC, go ahead.
Base runner here. Prep for mobilization. Starting
Alert.
boot
Hostile
sequence
strike
for
fighter in
atmosphere.
circulation.
Get a scanner ready. Reading.
Red alert. Command carrier taking fire. Enemy fighters have engaged.
We're moving out.
Salvage team is approaching another wreck site. Keep your eyes open for Gaussian strike teams.
Rachel here. Reading you. Reading you.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected.
Be advised, all wreck sections at this site have been processed successfully.
Verified. Deploy a scanner at marked position.
PC copies.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe.
We're being hailed by the Gaussian carrier. Stand by to receive.
Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed.
Suggest carrier Kapisi. There can be no hiding from the Gaussian in the Great Desert. We are the desert. As before, you have violated this holy site. Only now you have chosen to destroy it, pillaging its sacred artifacts to serve your profane ambitions. You may go no further. Prepare to face the wrath of Sejuk and beg his divine forgiveness. I will pray for your soul.
strike inbound.
The Galcian commander Kagan has cornered us.
Proximity warning.
We are heavily outnumbered. They will mount their assault from all sides. We must stand our ground.
Exhausted.
Enemy.
All personnel, man your battle stations.
Picking up sensor contacts all around us. We must pull back to the Capisi.
Confirmed. Get back to the Capisi immediately.
Galcian units approaching. This is going to be close.
Enemy armor.
All available forces are to protect salvage crews and the Capisi. All other concerns are secondary.
Carrier taking fire. Armor vehicle taking effect under attack. Immediate fire support on that
Strike fighter
position.
online.
Reading for order. Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
Reposition! Reposition!
Ready. Stand.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Hostile.
Be advised, the Galcian have deployed a new variant of their armored combat unit.
Was in contact.
It appears to have replaced its standard armament with a missile battery. This will allow it to function as both ground fire support and mobile AA.
Science officer en route.
Salvager ready. Reading. Enemy railgun eliminated.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike. Alert. Defensor post lost. Ready to burn.
Strike fighter coordinates.
Enemy armor
dialed in.
disabled. Green line confirmed. Engines on.
Go for armor.
Runner.
Underway. Cruiser ready. Copy. On our way.
We read you. On the move.
Receiving. 039 confirmed. Deploy smoke. Armor confirms. Reading for orders. Push through. Let's clear out.
Strike craft destroyed. Armored vehicle is taking fire.
We're ready for orders.
Hostile railgun move opened up. PC alert. Support taking hostile fire.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready. Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Hostile range craft destroyed. All hands. Pull that up. It's 020 for 20. Hostile.
We are being overrun.
Salvager has been engaged.
Salvager copies. Mobilizing.
This is the captain.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack course set. Alert. The Capisian.
Sedim reinforcements have arrived. I say again, Sedim reinforcements have arrived. All units, hold fast and maintain position.
Capisi. This is Captain Mashad of the Sedim carrier Sakala.
Sakala, be advised. The enemy carrier Ashoka and her fleet have us surrounded.
Understood. We warned you and our coalition partners for years of the Galcian threat. We called for a total cleansing of the desert wastelands, but now this appears beyond our reach. I suggest we finish off these Critidim while we have the advantage.
Agreed.
The Galcian carrier has an escort of multiple cruisers. Recommend immediate advance on the Galcian position.
Capisi, say again. Request targeting the siege cruiser positions.
Copy, Sakala. All units, move on those siege cruisers now. Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support. Allied craft lost.
Capisi, we are taking heavy fire. Request your forces target the Galcian siege cruisers near our location.
Attention. Hostile light attack vehicle detected. We've got hostile on sensors. Confirm visual.
Railgun online.
Make ready.
Railgun operational.
Reading. Coordinates confirmed.
Be advised. Allied craft destroyed.
Send message.
Reporting. Rachel moving out. Railgun online. Control Group 6 designated.
Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire.
Control Group 2 designated.
Go for armor. Go ahead. Move confirmed.
Hostile strike craft down.
Set new heading.
This is Rachel. Go ahead.
Attention.
Be advised. Allied craft down.
Ready. Move out.
Runner, go ahead. Set a scanner right there.
Allied craft lost. This is the captain.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe.
Op ready. On our way. Reporting.
Ready. Set. Enemy
Strike
railgun
fighter approach
eliminated.
vector dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot. PC copy. Enemy armor on approach.
Send message.
Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support. Be advised. Allied craft down. Hostile designated. Mark Baron. Reading.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe. Make ready. We're ready for orders. Ready. Send.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack core set. Go ahead. Attention. Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire. Be advised. Allied craft destroyed. We got something on the horizon. Waiting for eyes on to authenticate. Strike fighter taking fire. Alert. Strike fighter lost. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. PC copies. Reading.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Allied craft lost. provide fire support. Interceptor taking fire.
Strike fighter approach vector.
Alert, strike fighter destroyed. Green line confirmed. Engines on.
Ready. Base runner is en route. Ready for command. Green line confirmed.
Reading. Hostile range craft destroyed. Be advised, Allied craft destroyed. Confirmed, enemy siege cruiser destroyed. Make ready.
The enemy is withdrawing.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
All units assume convoy formation and stand by to pursue.
Personal log, Operations Officer Clea Soban, Expedition Carrier Capisi. How many days have we been out here? Feels like weeks already. We've re-established communication with the North. Reports from Tyr are encouraging. Pockets of resistance have sprung up and are holding Galsian forces at bay. But for how long? Here, crew morale remains high despite the constant engagement with Galsian forces. I can't say enough about the men and women who have signed on, risking their lives for this expedition. Our goal feels almost impossible at times, but there is hope, and a will to succeed against all odds. For now, that will have to do.